What's the deal, my good peoples? I'm your co-host, one of your co-hosts. My name is Badlucc, Lucky, however you see fit. My real name is Terrence, for those who don't know. You know what I mean? People think I'd be ashamed of my name because I use all these nicknames, but no. Terrence is my real name. I'm alongside my co-host, Rios. AceboyRios, for those who don't know, most of y'all know, because y'all know what's up. You know, they got the whole entire Aceboys worldwide is just insane. So, you know, they getting it in, man. I'm just glad to sit with my brother whenever we get to do this new podcast,
Relatable, baby.
Relatable. And you know what? I'm getting some good feedback about that name too.
Really?
Yeah. Because it just sticks. And everybody, the thing about content is there's things that you watch for like excitement. Like there's things that you would never do. You may watch wildlife stuff. You may watch skydiving stuff. But a lot of content right now, especially right now in YouTube, in the YouTube space, people are connecting with how they relate to people.
Right.
So I've noticed that even with some of the vlogs that have been going on, people have been doing straight, no jump cut, no edits, just turn the camera on, turn it off, no thumbnail, and been getting crazy views.
Right.
I'm not saying, I mean, it's a trend, right? But I'm not saying it won't be a thing forever, but people are really, you can hear the word around town is that people just want something real. They want something real. So that's why Relatable fits. You know what I mean? Two brothers having great, dope conversations. We clown, we joke, but at the same time, it's real.
Right.
So, yeah, man, welcome.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. It's something that I really, really am proud of right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it's not something that I saw a long time ago.
For sure.
Like, oh, this is what I envisioned.
For sure. Yeah.
This was it exactly. Like, it's just naturally taking its course, and I just appreciate it. I just want to say thank you for allowing this to take place in this space, man, and being here and being available, because you don't got to be here. You know
I need it. I'm keeping it real. I needed this because, you know, I'm a natural creative, and I got so many things going on in the brain. So you need to release all this stuff.
Right.
So even if I'm doing photography, even if I'm doing like vlogs, I still have so many like topics, conversations, or just thoughts.
Yeah.
That sometimes need to be let out. You know what I mean? And it's cool that I can let them out with my brother, where we can just chop it up, talk some stuff, and then the viewer like, yo, that was hilarious. That was funny. Yo, I felt that on that. And,
exactly.
You know, so we get a different array of like comments saying, mostly positive things about just how we've been locking in. So I'm looking forward to us being consistent, keep it going, and see what kind of community we build from that.
Right. And so with this new venture or this new thing that we're doing, the new journey, have any other ideas or any creative thoughts come to your head about like what this is opening up like for you?
Well, I mean, not more so like here it is. Not nothing that I can pinpoint to say this specifically, but more so I'm excited about the opportunities, period. Yeah. And what I mean by that is, it's not, for me, it's not necessarily monetary. Yeah, we all want to make some money, right? But for me, it's more so like, how can we get what you and I think and the way we express on bigger platforms?
Right.
Or make this platform so big that it just brings in more users. I would love for like thousands of people to be waiting for us to post our podcast.
Yeah.
Or waiting for a live, or be available if we do go live or go on tour, and we'd love to sit in the house so we can touch people in real time and in the physical, and really, you know, be relatable in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm excited about, I think for me, it's the, you know, I got this, my boy, James Fauntleroy said, it's not about the goals so much.
That's a producer.
Yeah, songwriter,
musician. I know, I've heard his name.
Yeah, James Fauntleroy. He's done stuff for Rihanna, Beyonce, everybody.
Yeah.
And one of my cool good friends, he told me, I did on one of my earlier podcasts, I interviewed him.
Yeah. And
he was saying it's not about the goals so much. It's more so about the journey.
Okay.
You'll get the goals, right? But you miss, if you don't really focus on the journey, you'll miss so much.
So much.
And that's the important part, because the journey is not only adventurous where you have fun, but it's also where you learn your lessons from your failures.
Exactly.
So with this, that's how I'm looking at it too. I'm not looking at more so like, oh yeah, we're gonna be popping and sponsors and all that. Yeah, all that's gonna come. That don't mean nothing to nobody but the people making money from it. But the people who like, yo, Rios, what you said about family or you being a father that day, that really gave me a different perspective on how I am in my household. Or
Right.
That's the stuff that really changed lives. So, and also being funny and being, and maybe somebody need to laugh when they're going through something. You know, I was dealing with something, I was dealing with some grief, and y'all podcast just for them 2 hours took my mind away from something that was so painful.
Exactly.
So I'm really looking forward to those type of conversations.
And you talk about the journey and the end goal, right? Like we're driving from Los Angeles to New York or Los Angeles to Florida.
Yeah.
And it's not even an emergency or a rush, but you're just driving there. Now, if you're being impatient, you're just like, I just can't wait to get to where I need to go. You miss out on all the places in between in Texas, in Arizona, in Nevada, wherever you're going. You drove right past the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
And then
and just missed the beauty of it all.
Just missed the beauty of the whole.
You so focused on, I'm gonna just go in there and look, you remind me of a short story. I went on tour with one of my guys before, and so he don't like planes.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now he will fly if he absolutely have to, but he would rather not ever fly a plane. Fly a plane. So we took a train from downtown LA to New York.
Holy shit.
Cross country, bro.
How long did that take?
3 days up, 3 days back.
Jesus.
3 days on the train. And it's not like, it was cool because it's not like.
That's not that bad though. Like now that I think about it, I thought it was going to be longer.
Well, if you sitting in coach, it's terrible. Because it's not, but we weren't sitting in coach. We had our own sleepers, just with the beds and stuff. So you got your own bathroom, everything, free food and everything.
It wasn't Greyhound.
So no, it wasn't that. So there was people on the train that did that.
Yeah.
That was a different experience for them, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Their journey was also special.
I'm sure it was. For somebody, I'm sure it was very special.
I learned how to sit like this for 3 days and I can do it.
Yeah.
I know what I can do.
I could have done that. And then walking past, you start to feel like a snob. You just like
with your pillow in your hand.
Oh, babe, be quiet. They're gonna look at you. They're gonna look at the peasants. They're looking at us. No, but
I can't believe that mattress is so stiff up there. You got a mattress? You were allowed to get up? Oh, shit.
Terrible.
Oh, my.
First of all, I joke. I never said that to nobody. I don't want y'all think that I was on that train acting like that. But it was funny, and you know how we do.
Yeah, so, look at these peasants.
Look at these. Look at this filth. Look at your little seats with your little things. Your kids.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Making it from the slums to the slums?
That is terrible. From the slums to the slums. That's terrible. First of all, I do want to apologize.
I'm very sorry.
Right.
I am one of those people that I would be in coach, so I'm talking about myself.
You totally wouldn't be in coach, but but we're relatable, so we got to relate.
Right, we got to relate,
even if it's lying, even if we're lying.
Exactly.
Right. So anyway, we took a train 3 days up, 3 days back, and so
his fear of flying caused y'all to take the train.
Yes. So because I fly everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 hours to get to New York, but I saw so much on that train going up. We stopped in all these places, El Paso and all these different places. We spent the night in New Orleans because you stop in New Orleans and then the next day you catch another train straight to New York after that.
Okay.
So all these experiences, I went to Juvenile House. We had a studio house at the time.
Really?
We stopped by Juvenile was recording in the studio. It was a house. It was right after the hurricane, and a lot of the neighborhood was like flattened.
Okay. Oh, from Katrina.
From the hurricane, Katrina.
Yeah.
So we stopped by. Me and X had a restaurant down there. Stopped by Me and X restaurant. We stopped by
Biggest Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
I love
Me and so it was such a New Orleans thing. We really got engulfed in really eating the food, talking to the people.
Yeah.
That was one of my first early times in New York. But anyway, I'm saying that to say I experienced so much about being on a train and so many different places that I'll just fly over usually.
Yeah.
And never really see. So that was actually pretty cool. So back to the journey part, that's what it's about, that journey part. People focus on the goal too much and you miss so much of the things in the middle getting to the goal.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
And America, like this is something I like because I used to drive up north to Reno to do work, whatever.
Drugs. Go ahead.
Yeah. And
trafficker.
You know how I do. I would have a lot more than what I have. If that was the
Not good with drugs, not money management.
Yeah.
No, I'm messing.
But it's true. Like driving up north to Reno, you pass by so much stuff, right? Like that just an 8-hour drive,
Yeah.
you know, and
For sure.
it allowed me to think like, damn, we really have some bomb stuff in our backyard that we don't really drive to or get to experience because we're so stuck in our box or in our neighborhood, our city.
You would never see.
You would never see. And it made me think like, damn, it used to be when people used to say, or white people or somebody proud of their country, like, this is America. I'm proud to be an American. Or this, that. As a kid or at a younger age, it never really resonated with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like I didn't really feel the joys of America. Well, I was ignorant to the facts of what the benefits of that I had.
Yeah,
being here.
for sure.
But it also put it like, oh shit, these motherfuckers have seen America.
And yes,
They've seen
and they're willing to go wherever.
Go wherever.
So it's so for us to and not to make that a dark thing.
Yeah.
Because it took me a while to get there. We talking about right now too.
Yeah.
Because you know everything that we went through. Speaking for my people, everything we went through, gives you that kind of look at that. You look at America with a side eye.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, because of everything America did to us.
Yeah.
But once you break out of the mentality of like not forgetting what happened, just don't focus on that so much and live your life.
Yeah.
Then you will get out more, experience more things, and not let the wall of racism stop you from moving forward.
Exactly.
Right. And I'm very careful with how I use those words because I don't want people to think that I'm being dismissive of what our people went through. I'm more so like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to be able to live my life and explore and be adventurous, and then and I'll deal with whatever situation come up as it happens.
Don't allow it to be a hindrance.
Don't allow it to be a hindrance because there's tons of times where we stop somewhere on the road, just being on the road, and we can't go here. We can't go in the store.
Right.
Well, I remember we stopped in South Carolina one time to stop at a barbecue spot, and it was this black woman that drove by in the car, was like, hey, this side of town ain't for y'all.
Oh,
like
shoot.
They not there. There was a grocery store we was by, a barbecue spot, and a grocery store. She was like, she drove by. She stopped. Right, we kind of split between an alley and a barbecue spot and a grocery store. She pulled up, and she was like, hey, they not this ain't our side of town. Like, and she was like, yeah, y'all. She said, y'all really should go.
What a crazy
She said, trust me,
reality.
they don't want y'all over here.
Whoa.
And she just trying to protect us. Like, she's seen her people like,
Yeah.
oh, these must be tourists because y'all would not be over here. And she's like, y'all should probably go. And she was right.
Yeah.
Like, she was right. There's just the looks of my partners was coming out the store. They was like, bro, everybody staring at us in there. And so, yeah, because what the lady just told us.
Just told us, get out of here.
And so we don't have the...
It wasn't even a sundown town.
No,
It was just a don't come town.
Broad day. Like, I don't come town. Downtown. We was out there broad daylight.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even had a chance to even see. It was just one of them spots like this side of town ain't our side of town, and they ain't with it. This ain't like Los Angeles where
Right.
people hide and not really as aggressive, even though they're getting more aggressive now. Back then, they were like, yeah, y'all are not welcome. Straight up. You know, and we got up out of there too. Cause
Like that in life.
y'all
how
not
much it's
welcome.
going to take to turn that nigga pie
Yeah, right.
to apple pie into
Right, fast.
How about I turn you into
Right,
nigga
right.
pie?
It was one of them. Like one of them, like, y'all gotta get up out of here.
Get out.
And I'm like, so back to your point, like, I haven't had the experience to not feel like I gotta ask, what side of town is this? Is it cool? Can I stop at this gas station? I don't really know.
Well, we have, but it's been with our own people.
For sure.
Like it's
yeah.
been like,
Yeah.
wait, am I good here?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the fact that I even have to, there's people on this earth with a luxury to never have to ask that question. They just never. They just get out and go do what they want to do, and it's cool. But I get on the road, and mind you, I'm not speaking for all black people, but there's people who might get out and never consciously ask those questions. That don't mean you shouldn't.
Yeah.
That don't mean you won't find yourself at a gas station and people looking at you crazy, or the man at the register ain't talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
He just staring you in your face.
Right.
For whatever case may be, or police come up and they tripping. You know, so, you know, but also with all that said, even with all that said, I try to keep open. First of all, I'm a man of God first. So I keep an open mind on how I show love first.
Yeah.
And I let love lead, and then that love usually keeps me out of a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Where I'm not really confronted with like physical anything.
Yeah.
So people can say anything they want.
Yeah.
But usually I'm not confronted with like physical stuff because the way I lead in love, I just remove myself from a situation. So to your point, also, yes, I've been able to explore some beautiful things. Drive through, you talk about up north to Reno, ride through Shasta Mountains.
Yes.
And all that, going up the coast through Humboldt County and all that. And a lot of beautiful California scenery just up that way. And it's all over the place. In this country, it's all over the place, riding around and finding beauty like that. So, but I would love to have the not have to deal with that mental gymnastics my brain start playing when I go in different cities I'm foreign to.
Am I good here? I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Should I wait? Do I know somebody
Is it
here?
cool? Do I call?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's it like to go in, especially if you're in the South somewhere? You really got to ask.
Right.
You just have to. You know what I mean? It ain't about being tough, especially people from LA. LA people think they the toughest niggas on earth.
Yeah.
Respectfully, we not. But, I love here. And we from the house. But it ain't where you from, it's where you at.
Exactly.
You'll learn that really fast and the hard way if you don't believe it. So I try to tell people, don't go there with no LA mentality. You try to be like, I'm from LA, ain't nobody going. All right. You'll learn a very hard lesson
real quick then.
very fast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's enough for my adventures, though. Other than that, porn. When I used to do porn, that was... What?
What was this?
When?
Yeah, when was this and what was this?
90s.
90s, okay.
Very young, a virile young man. Very focused on what I want to do. I was in between basketball or swimming.
Swimming?
Yeah, porn is where I landed.
That's a great landing spot.
Yeah. Because basketball, I was smaller, obviously in weight, and I used to love basketball. But then...
Did you say obviously smaller in weight?
No, I was smaller in weight.
Okay.
My weight was, more fitting for basketball.
Smaller and weight. Okay.
No, I was smaller body size.
Okay.
Meaning I was more fit for basketball at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Smaller in weight.
Yeah, in weight.
Okay.
Yeah, not and weight. Sorry.
Okay.
In weight. And swimming, I just like to swim. Can't really swim no more. So I was like, I can't really swim as good as I would like. And I'm not really basketball. I'm kind of, but I do like having sex. So...
And you were getting paid. Were you getting paid good?
No. But that's not the point. Because if you do everything for money, you'll do anything for money.
Right.
So
what were you doing it for?
Well, it's for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. They loved me. The women loved me. What can I say?
No.
By request.
You working today? Word? Cool. There you go. Picked up some more shifts.
Oh, shit.
Picked up some more shifts.
Oh, man. No, that shit is hilarious. Just imagine that shit. Like,
actually, do not imagine that.
Do not. But look, do not. You may have to eat later on.
Not sure how you feel.
Hey, so that brings up a good point of something that I just ran across on. That's funny that you brought that up because it was yesterday that I can't think of this girl's name. Mia Khalifa. She used
to do porn, right?
She used to do porn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so she came into porn as like the costume or the act was that she was like this Middle Eastern girl in the hijab, and they were just like taking advantage of her. You know what I mean?
That was the fetish kind of thing.
That was like the fetish kind of thing because they didn't really have those kind of actresses.
Right. Oh wow!
And they pushed on that aspect of it a lot.
Even though she wasn't.
Even though I don't know what she is, but she looks like she could be.
Okay.
But that was like the thing, like white boys and this and that, like doing a Middle Eastern girl. But now, later in life, regretting the decisions, you know what I mean? Like, in talking about how predatorial it was, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like, and it was because now we look at, like, if we look at a grown man that's with an 18-year-old girl, to me, I still look at that like it's predatory. Like I look at that like, dude, you're 35.
It's not and not knowing the details are surrounded. I understand someone can say it's not my business. Mm-hmm. She's of legal age.
Yeah.
But the conversation, I never want to ever mess with a woman who I have to say she's of legal age.
Right.
Because it sounds like are you waiting for that age?
You're waiting for that date.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm right at the limit. Because for me, when I'm in my 30s, what do I want with an 18-year-old girl? I just don't. Me personally. A lot of people who like younger girls like that. But when I was in my 30s, that's not what I wanted, because I gotta talk to you. Like, and we're probably not on the same level
at all,
in no kind of way. So what do I want with that? You know, not saying people do their thing, but the predator, it's like, it's hard to, because I don't know why was 18 the thing. See, I be thinking this.
Right at the edge.
18 is like, is okay. What makes 17 not okay? Is it just the law?
Yeah.
Or if that wasn't the law,
would you go there?
Right. You know what I mean? So I'm more so on that. When I was in the business and like directors was like trying to like, you know, coerce me to be on a casting couch and I, like trying to like sexual assault me, I was more so like, hey, I'm a man. Like, what is going on? And they were like, yeah, but you know, you can put this on, then you could like act around like a lady. And I'm like, no, that's not why I'm here.
Wait, is this real?
When I did porn.
No, you did not.
Bro, this is on the casting couch, bro.
No way.
Bro. Bro, they would be like, hey.
Wait. They would be like, you being serious?
Bro, listen to the story, bro. They would, look, I never really told the story, but I feel comfortable here, though.
Okay.
So they would be like, hey, you know, we seen your work.
Yes.
Right? We seen your work, and we would love to, you know, put you on more films. Right? The way, like, you got the little shift move you do. You got a couple of moves you do.
You're lying.
No,
You're fucking
dead
lying.
Serious. I'm dead serious. You got the little shift move you do.
What's the shift?
I can't show it. I'm a man of God now. I'm way past that. But there was a shift move. You find my old movies, you'll see the shift move. So I would do a shift move, but it would drive women crazy. Right? So the director wanted to see the shift move. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. This industry ain't what I thought it was. This industry is preying on young men. And I didn't feel comfortable. So I turned down a bunch of movies from doing that. But I'm not going to say the names, but a bunch of different companies I did not, you know, want to be involved in, because this is how I felt. They treated me like meat. I didn't feel, I wasn't comfortable.
I'm so sorry.
Feel like, you know,
I'm trying.
I'm comfortable with my trauma at this point. So I don't mind people laughing at my trauma. You know, I don't mind. I don't at this point. I don't mind. I'm way past that. My life has changed so many times when I was a working man.
I'm so sorry.
It's no problem.
No.
Hey man, I laugh too sometimes when I think about the time. But you know, I got away from a lot of dirty, nasty people trying to coerce me into some of your favorite stars. Really try to take advantage. Really and I was like, hey, I don't move around like that. Hey, what's that camera doing here at my house? You know, like.
I'm about to faint. Oh God, wait.
You remember Kevin Hart had the DVD Laugh at My Pain? That's what this is.
My head is hurt. Oh shit, I'm trying to stop by. I am very.
It's crazy. I'll make sure to keep my trauma on the inside from now on. If I can't share here, I'll make sure to keep.
Sorry.
So,
I'm so sorry.
You know.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. All right, I was not ready. You know what it was? I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready to hear about the story?
No,
you never knew that part.
Okay.
Before it was rapping,
this may be the first edit.
Bro, before they was rapping, they were slapping. That's what.
I know you're lying. I hope, for my own sake and your sake, I hope this is not true. Is it like I'm sorry that you had to go through that?
It's horrible. It's a terrible thing because you feel like the people see the glitz and glamour of like, having sex with all your favorite stars, your favorite that you known coming up, and then they don't know that the ugly dark side of like the people like, the time you were hired for a job that wasn't an actual job. So there's just random footage of you out going around, like different kind of stuff like that. You think you were...
Oh, that's really predatory.
Well, it's 100%.
Oh, my God.
And you just find yourself like on some old VHS tape or some old DVD, and you're just like, hey...
And you didn't even get paid for it.
It wasn't a real job.
It wasn't a
just
real job.
using me for my shift move. See, you can't. You got to get past the shift move part. I'm saying the real what it was, the shift move. So, it was a very traumatic time for me. So, but I managed to break the chains. I managed to get away from that business.
How did you get?
Yeah, I just stopped.
You just stopped what?
Yeah, I stopped doing the moves because I know that was really drawing the crowd. That was really bringing the people in.
Okay.
That was I'm not going to say, you're not going to believe me if I say I'm not going to say it, but
just go ahead and say it. This is relatable.
Okay.
And I'm not going to laugh. I promise. I'm done. I got past it. I almost fainted from trying not to laugh right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. God forgive me.
Evasive angels.
I know evasive angels.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. So that started because I was evasive when they tried to do some things. So really, it was about me evading the company. And I never told this to the day. I'm not going to give in detail because people still are happy with their family and stuff like that, but I don't really want to tell the truth about like all that was going on. But I made it through that. I was evasive. I had to get out the business. I stopped answering my phone. I stopped having sex for so many years because I didn't know who was trying to use me for the shift move or record or whatever. So I would be on the street and some lady would be like, hey, you're... I'm not going to say my name because you'll start Googling it. But, I was like, hey, lady, I don't want to have sex with you, lady. And she'll be like, I'm sorry, sir. I was just saying hi because I noticed you from rap. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm a trauma.
You missed...
Yeah, trauma. It worked. It was worked against me a lot of times.
So you started thinking that everybody was after your
Absolutely.
shift.
100%. I had no reason to believe otherwise.
Well, that is a unexpected story, an unexpected turn that I didn't think it was going to take.
Yeah. And then came the beatings.
The what?
The beatings. What? This is crazy. I mean, you still have viewers. I'll keep the podcast going since one of us can't be mature enough for this conversation. So the beatings persist. I never really told that part of the story.
I just had to get the door real quick.
Yeah, so the beatings started happening, and there was times it was so traumatic being on set because I was unwillfully doing the shift move. But the way it was done was, it really wasn't passion. It was more so like I was, working with a young lady. Yeah, we're, kind of fake getting into it because I noticed that what y'all didn't see was, even though I looked passionate and my skin glistens from the natural essence of who I am, and then there would be cards on the side, like what's the card? That when you people read for the cards? Cue card.
Cue cards?
The cue card said, okay, now shift move. And then I got to go into the shift move randomly in weird different...
Whatever position you're in, you just got to...
It was weird, man. It was a tough time, and a lot of... and then the beating started because I didn't want to do the shift move. So I wouldn't do it. It'd be a waste of scene, waste of camera.
Beatings how?
They would beat me.
With what?
Their hands and then other people. They would beat you with other people. They had, for example, they had like buffers on outside of
I've heard of what a buffer is.
Help you do get ready for stuff like that, right? They will also have butters. They would like beat people. That's what they would do when people don't want to do a scene or they can't last longer. They're too long. They would have the butters come in and do maybe a little cool, like a gut punch or something.
A butter?
But the butter will continue beating. And it was, for me, I was tougher. I'm from the streets and stuff like that, so I could take it, right? It just felt like a sexual put on, but they didn't really do anything sexually to me. They were just, like
physically abusing you.
Put me on the evasive hood or the anyway, but it felt like I kind of related to that, like, okay, I'm just earning my stripes in this game, so
yeah.
But I realized later I was being taken advantage of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
And
it was hard. It was hard times. And then yeah, man, it was very dark.
But you made it out of that, and that's amazing that you made it out of that, and now you're here to
I'm
this
here,
day.
married, got a family. I got podcasts going on. It's tons of stuff I can look forward to. You know what I mean? I get a little tick or a little nervous with certain things, like certain sounds or like clapping. When people start clapping.
Why would clapping do it?
Well, because when I used to do the shift move, people would clap. It was on set. So when people like clap, I'd be like, oh, shoot. It's always like a thing. Or like loud noises sometimes make me nervous because I always think of the shift move. And I'm like, I gotta, it really have fully came on my system because this is the first time I actually really talked about it. So, yeah, man, that's my life here. You guys may see the new 2024 version of me and think, how can he do? He's round, he's kind of chubby, he's big, he's a big person. Mm-hmm. I don't see he doesn't have the physique of how you would think the average man in porn would do.
Yeah.
But I wasn't always the size, one thing. And when you have an MVP-like move, people will overlook that. And you fit into certain fetish categories. So, while you may have been looking for BBC, you would probably find me like in round punish or like big slapper or like, there was a different kind of tags or fetishes you could look into to really find like my work. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad that I kind of,
no one can find that stuff anymore, right?
I mean, on the dark web, maybe.
Because that's what I was going to bring up. Mia Khalifa, if that's her name, is getting all her stuff scrubbed off the internet, like Lana Rhodes.
I'm not going to scrub mine.
You're not?
No, I think it all can be used for testimony. So if you can make it through the beatings and from the butters and people using you for your shift move and friends and family, being embarrassed by you, then it just shows the growth. You know what I mean? It shows the growth. And I want to continue to show, like, be a light. You know what I mean? Be a light,
It's like trials and tribulations. This is what I made it from. Look at what I was. And now I'm here. Yeah. Very balanced, very grounded.
It's from lies and masturbations to trials and tribulations. It's all a journey. Back to the journey thing, right? We talked about earlier, right? Lies and masturbation to trials and tribulation. It's all a journey. You got to connect the two.
Lies and masturbation to trials and tribulations.
There it is. Now you're on point. Now you got it.
I'm there now. I'm there now.
There you got it. Yeah.
And that is just like,
yeah, man. We're going to learn a lot more about each other doing this podcast.
Yeah.
There's so many things I'm sure we haven't talked about.
I don't have anything of that. I don't have. That may be the most
traumatic.
Traumatic.
That was a good word.
It may be one of the most traumatic experiences I've heard, but it was the most unexpected traumatic. I was caught up in the now.
Yeah.
And then when you started saying I was different size, there it is.
Yeah.
And the big slapper.
Yeah. Is you will be surprised the sounds one make when shifting. So there's that. Somebody might be a little slapper. I don't know.
A little slapper. I don't even know where my point was going. Where we were. You were preyed upon.
Predatory behavior.
Predatory behavior. Yeah. You were preyed upon.
Yeah.
How did they find you?
I was in the business?
Yeah.
No. The predatory behavior started. I invited myself to the business. I knew that I had something special to offer the game. So I invited myself. I applied. It's not the applying process is not like you would go to a job and sign do an application and they would call you to see and come to an interview. No, I walked in with a trench coat and I was naked. So I walked in and said, "Hey, hey, you need me. I don't need you." You know,
you want this. You want this shift. Not you want this shift. You want this shift.
You want this shift. You know what I mean? Shift happens.
Shift happens.
You know what I mean? So, and it was like, wow, this is gorgeous, and this is what we need.
This is gorgeous.
So I was hired on the spot.
There you go. There you go. It sounded like it just was something you, so it started off as something you wanted, but turned into something that.
Yeah, it was a passion of mine, but then the passion got perverted by perverse people.
Yeah, I think it started perverted. Like that is a perverted.
Maybe it depends.
Yeah,
it's all perspective.
You've had a little perversion in you.
It's all perspective. You know, maybe it was just me figuring out life, enjoying the pleasures of oneself. Maybe that
and others,
for sure. Maybe or and then someone took advantage of that.
So were you being a predator because you knew your shift was what it was?
No.
Because you knew once they saw that. Because if you filled out the application and you said,
"What's no application?"
When you applied your shift, you knew that they were going to like it.
When I showed them the goods.
Yeah, you knew.
What happened?
You knew that they were going to like it.
Well, yeah, because I'm good.
So you did prey upon them.
No, praying is making them.
The shift made them.
I didn't do anything. I opened the. You know what it looked like? It was like, you seen Pulp Fiction?
Opening the curtains.
You seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Remember he would open his suitcase?
Yeah.
What it would look like? That's what it looked like when I opened my jacket. When I opened my trench coat, the glow was in the office.
Yes.
And at that point, I had a job.
Yes.
So.
Okay. So I'm going to completely move on from this because I don't believe that.
Are you being dismissive of
I'm
trauma?
mature enough.
Oh, got it.
I don't believe I'm mature enough to continue this.
Right now.
Because I'm having a hard time deciphering between the truth
and what's not the truth. Yeah.
And not
it's hard.
Truth.
It's hard.
Because I really don't believe you went in with a trench coat.
Yeah, it's hard for people to, well, you don't know the old me.
I don't know the old you.
See, it's hard for people to digest some of these things because my life, the way I lived, my life was always on the edge, right? And it's hard for people to fathom the gall, but I lived my life with the gall. You know what I mean?
That's,
yeah. So it's hard. So when people try to digest that, man, I don't see how it happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking like, you wouldn't. You don't have the gall. You know what I mean?
Almost like Achilles in the movie Achilles when he said,
they will never know your name.
They will never know your name. And that's why they'll never know your name. So you had the gall of Achilles in the porn industry.
I was the first Achilles. Even though chronologically, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I see your confidence in you're turning your dark moment into a light.
Which is all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So thank you for being who you are today and not being that anymore.
For sure. I'm a long way from the abuse. I'm a long way from crying in dark basements. I'm a long way from hiding oneself from the world. It's nothing but growth and positivity over here. And my testimony can help someone. There's a viewer right now that's probably going through what I'm going through. There's a viewer.
Going through what you went through or going through what you're going through?
Going through what I went through, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What I'm going through is nothing too much, nothing the same, right? Going through what I'm going through too.
Okay.
Not in that realm. But there's a viewer right now that probably went through what I went through that needs help. Somebody just connected with this just now and said, you know what? I'm going to leave the business. Because
powerful.
I never knew what the butters were here for. And now he just shed a light on something I didn't know. What? You laughing again? Coffee. So now he just shed a light on something
on the
that
butters.
I didn't know.
The butters.
So maybe I need to shift out of the business.
Because the butters could be getting closer and closer. They just haven't actually started buttering.
That's what I'm saying.
They haven't started buttering yet.
Or haven't started buttering you.
Yeah.
So, but they're there for a reason. So I used to be ignorant to it. I just thought the shift move called people from all around the world. But as I understood it, they were on a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know till the beating started. So found out the hard way. But I walked so you can run.
Away.
It's the same.
Run away.
However you see fit.
Yeah, you walked
Yeah.
so that they can run away.
Slid sometimes. I slid sometimes.
On what?
Well, the oil and stuff, the stuff you would, like, well, I don't even need to get into my scenes.
You don't have to get into that.
Yeah, but sometimes I slid so you can run. Sometimes I climbed so you can run. Sometimes.
Climbed what? Oh, Lord.
Depends on how tall she was. If you're into Amazon things.
Thank you for being open and vulnerable enough to share this catastrophe of an image.
I'm sorry? You would say trauma, but you said catastrophe. I think
that is catastrophic for you. And the
image.
I got
it. Catastrophic for me. Got it. Okay, got it.
Catastrophic for me.
See?
The image is burned. Because I'm trying to get the imagination of a shift from you out of my head.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard.
Imagine if you were me. You can't let go. So it's hard.
Yeah.
So we'll try to move on.
We'll move on to where were we? We were at the point
predatory
of
behavior.
Predatory behavior, and you were a victim of that. And I want to keep it in a serious light here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to compare you to Mia Khalifa and Lana Rhodes because they're very well known. What you shared is something that probably nobody knows about.
Yeah, no, there's a different kind of thing. For example, okay, I got it. There's famous people. Then there's the legendary tales, right?
The Sasquatches of the industry,
or like Rucker Park. You knew the Skip to My Lou, Ray Austin came out of Rucker Park, or you knew the big dogs like Kobe played there.
So you comparing yourself to Kobe?
No, what I'm comparing myself to is all the legends that were there. I forgot the names of some of the people, but it's like the legendary player that played on the court.
The GOATs.
The legendary of who he is.
The Walt Frazier's.
No, he was famous.
Okay.
So somebody not so famous, but just legendary. Like, you know what I mean? It's always the one person was legendary, but the world didn't know them.
Like in
Big L. Let's look at rapping. In rapping,
okay.
Right? Like in rapping, there's Jay-Z, right? But what about Big L?
He was pretty awesome.
I was the Big L of the porn world. Excuse me, my allergies. I was the big L of the porn world.
Would anybody else say that?
I'm sure. Absolutely.
Mm.
Call Cherokee.
Who?
Call Roxy Reynolds. Call Pinky. Call Lexington Steele.
I will not call them.
Well, you don't want the answers.
I will not call them because now I'm believing you.
You don't want the answers.
I don't. I'm believing you now. Let's just let's veer off this.
Just look at it like this. If you want the truth, talk to me. There it is.
I will say that I am in agreement. I am baffled right now.
Yeah.
That I don't even know how to move forward from. I have been hit by a.
I didn't know how to move forward.
Let's not compare your forward to my forward.
Well, my forward was a shift.
Yeah, mine's is a regression into. It's a regression. And can we be real quick?
Wait, what was I doing the whole time? Of course, sure. If you're ready to be real now, cool.
When are you going to say that that's a lie? That was a lie?
Which part?
The whole part.
What was a lie about that? What's hard to believe about anything I said?
Everything.
I don't know what's hard to believe about that. I lived a different life.
Butters?
You wouldn't have the information. You're not privy to the information. Have you ever stood on a set? Porn set?
Mm-mm.
There you have it.
Okay.
You wouldn't know.
Poor you and poor those other women. Not other women, those women. Poor you and poor those women that want to get out and are having...
Other men too. Don't do that part. There's men who want to get out also. I was a man who wanted to get out.
Do you know Brian Pumper?
Of course.
Did you guys do music together?
No. Mm-mm.
Did other things?
No.
But how do you know Brian Pumper?
From porn?
Yeah.
I know him from porn.
Oh, you know from watching?
I've seen him in scenes.
Or in the industry?
Seen him in scenes, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You know. One time he took a class that I was having. One time he took a class that I was having, and I met him. I met him there. Now I noticed him from porn, but I had a lot of people in my class where they used to sit in my class and learn a lot from me. I used to teach what I used to teach.
You were instructing.
Look, man, it ain't about cutting on the camera and say go. There's preparation, right? There's time, there's effort, right? Skill. How do you train? Like, what is your training like? What is your diet like? Right? So mine is different from back then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Watch yourself.
I was going to say, no, it would have had to have been. It would have had to have been.
Don't be rude.
No, I'm just saying,
my story.
to maintain whatever you were doing back then, it would have had to have been different.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Perfectly said. Perfectly said. So yeah, there's things you have to do, and if you don't prepare yourself for that, then how would you know? A lot of them people are just fresh off the street and horny, right? My thing was, when I was in class, my thing was without physical touch.
Was there a syllabus?
There was a syllabus. I had a curriculum for my course. This is the session
For your intercourse.
Well, that part, that's why I put the intro in front. Just a course. The intro was when the cameras came on and I'm working. Okay. Right? The course.
Smart.
The course was about, it was a curriculum in my class. I used to teach preparation, style, and diet, and all these things because the work starts before the camera cuts on. Right? How
It's
you prepare.
almost as if you were an athlete.
In a sense.
That is such a drastic difference.
I was hurdling over. I was hurdling. I'll explain that. But so I look at it like this. I was an athlete.
Would you ever bring back that diet?
The diet back then?
Yeah. It seems like it would suit just a healthier lifestyle.
Oh, absolutely. I'm working it now. Now I'm trying to get my sodium down and try to eat less fast food. Yeah,
that would be key.
For sure. To get my weight down.
Taco Bell is bringing back the Mexi Melt. And the apple empanadas.
I heard.
On the 31st.
Not going to do it.
And the tostadas.
Not going to do it.
No?
Wait, did you say?
I said it.
Not going to do it. Not going to do it.
And the green burrito.
Not
with the
going to do it.
green sauce and what else? The empanada.
Wait, you said the Mexi Melt?
The Mexi Melt is back.
We have a problem.
We have a big problem. People don't believe me when I say there was a Mexi Melt. You know, a lot of people don't know that there was a Mexi Melt.
I don't know why.
It sounds very racist.
A Mexi Melt?
A Mexi Melt.
That's horrible. Now I think about it.
A blackie tar. A blackie char.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's terrible. A Mexi Melt?
Yes.
I loved it.
It was incredible.
It's incredible. It's coming back on the 31st, Mexi Melt.
Wow.
But nobody believes me when I say that there used to be a thing called a Mexi Melt. And
why? People, they just never had it before?
They never had it, or they never remembered it on
But they remember the Mexican pizza.
They remember the Mexican pizza. They remember like all the Pun, I think, is the apple empanada, the caramel apple empanada.
Okay. Pun tried the Dorito shell taco when we were in South by Southwest for the first time. I thought he was a brave soul for doing that at the time because it was Taco Bell in the modern age. He tried it. And that's more so what I was concerned with.
Yeah. Taco Bell is pretty good. That's my favorite fast food. I need to stay away from it too.
Yeah. Because Taco Bell is what we used to look at so we would go soft when we used to do porn. That's how much it would turn us off. We would use that to turn us all off. So when the moment's heated, we need to cut. We need a break. They would bring Taco Bell in the room, then we all lose our passion. So not only is it not good for you, it's
you know why I know you're lying now.
Why?
Because Taco Bell doesn't do that to anybody.
You never did porn? Have you did porn? So you wouldn't have the data, would you? You would not have the data.
Proven wrong.
There it is. Let's move along.
So I was just saying that as in the dieting,
yeah,
it would be nice to bring that back, and maybe you could get back to hurdling.
No, that life is done. Oh, you talking about athletic?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm about to say that life is done.
Yo, yeah, heck yeah.
That life is done. I'm married now. I don't desire to have random sex with beautiful women from around the world. I don't really want to do that. So my thing is to just kind of be comfortable in who I am today. Lose the weight still, and be comfortable in who I am today. You know, a married man of God. Sit here on podcast with my brother Rios. Be creative, right? Be creative. Keep the brain sharp, snapping off, and just live that life and teach. You know, I don't teach courses no more. Those courses.
Okay.
I'm past that. Tons of people graduated, took my class, very successful.
What would you teach now?
I don't know. Maybe
fabrication.
Why would you think that?
You could do metalwork, woodwork, fabrication of metals. Oh, you don't know you don't know those kinds of fabrications.
I don't know any fabrication.
How about embellishment?
Not investment. No. Oh, truth classes.
Truth.
How do we teach the truth when you just are truth? Let me see. I don't know how to teach the truth.
Well, you're the walk.
Or the slide.
You're the walk.
Or the slide. It depends.
We're out of that.
Right, you're right. But I said I slid so they can walk. That was the time. I gave the blueprint. The blueprint is there.
But nobody needs to take that blueprint.
There's people right there. You don't.
I would not advise.
You don't understand how. Look, see this because we're thinking small-minded. Let's expand our minds real quick, right? So, like, OnlyFans is only a thing. Never mind. I don't want to. Because then I get the. Never mind. I'm not going to even go that route. Let's just say
it's only a thing because of what?
Let's just say I have sons and daughters out here who've learned so much from what I've given and what I've poured into the game.
And they've capitalized. I've talked to some young ladies who are in that industry or in the industry, and they have never, ever stated anything about young luck shift.
Let me ask you this.
I didn't ask him either.
Interesting. It's funny that you say that because it sounds like you don't want to know the truth.
I don't know.
It's not that you don't know.
It's that I don't want it to be true.
You don't want to know.
I don't want it to be true.
That's the thing. You can learn so much if you just accept. And it's easy to digest.
I'm not consuming that.
You have to consume it.
Digestion is consumption.
Mm-mm.
What is it?
What is digestion?
Yeah.
Digestion isn't consumption.
But you would have to consume to digest.
That's not what I'm arguing. See how the tables have turned?
I have some guests for us now then.
Oh, cool.
Not today.
Oh, okay.
But now that we've gone into a different realm, our thought into different segments of your life, there is a window open to bring other guests to ask them about their recovery from their catastrophic experiences.
Yeah, maybe I could be of help, or, well, yeah, you know what? Because it resurfaces a lot for me, but I'm a soldier. I fought harder battles. I can get through.
But can they?
I don't know who
you can help them. Like we could bring guests on because that's a whole nother realm of individual, a whole nother low.
I can see.
Yeah.
Like I have courses for. Well, it's not the platform for that. Anyway, I'm a man of God now, and
so there's predators also in the church.
100%.
There's also predators in the church because
the predators outside the church.
Outside the church
that claim to be godly men and women.
Let's talk about that.
For sure. How do you want to?
So I want to say there are. Remember the Book of Eli? Have you ever watched that movie?
Yes.
The Book of Eli. How the guy was so hell bound on getting the Bible, so that he could not so that he could believe what's in the Bible, but so that he can use the Bible for control.
Absolutely.
And so I believe not, of course, not everybody, but I believe there is a percentage of people that are pastors or people that use the Bible to get what they want to control.
Well, the Bible in its essence, yes.
That's why to look the look.
That's why there's so many versions.
To break down your defenses.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look, he's a man of God. He wouldn't do anything like that.
And that's why there's so many versions of the Bible, because it seemed like every time a Bible passed through a certain king or a certain area or region, it was
altered or changed or something.
Trying to be altered or changed. But for the most part, it's the same. There's words here and there. One Bible may not have this verse in there or something like that, which is all like man's doing. But yeah, as it passed through different kings, because why do we have a King James version, or why do you have a this? Right? You know what I mean? So, the version we got originally was good enough. That one version should have just been passed through the whole time. But yeah, man's going to do what man's going to do. Right. So people have a hard time in believing the Bible because of that. But my only argument to that is, well, everything you ever read in life was man written. So don't use that argument with me about man wrote it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you ever read in life was written by a man or a woman. So
exactly.
You believe other stuff. You believe that Caesar or Confucius were real people with no evidence, no clothes, no nothing. There's nobody on earth who lived with them. There's no evidence of it. There's just talking and stories and stuff. You believe they were real people. Right. But you don't believe Jesus is real. Right. So that's why I don't have those kind of arguments with people. I don't waste my time having those kind of arguments, because their argument from that point isn't a strong argument anyway. No. I'm not that good in it.
It's the low-hanging fruit that they use to argue.
It's the low-hanging fruit they use to argue. But back to your point about people in ministry who use ministry as a platform to do their evil deeds, predatory behavior, that nasty pastors having sex with women in the church, or little boys and girls in church. Catholic church. Now, not just Catholic church either. I don't want to put that on. First of all,
no, we're not just putting it on the Catholic church. Right. But that is the most relevant or the most televised.
Most televised, most known Catholics. A large amount of cases came out of Catholic church where pastors were doing that to little boys.
And what's the other? Yes, church, but the Boy Scouts. Yeah, the Boy Scouts of America. Yeah. And they had a big case on them about that shit. And so it just goes to show, like, yeah, we have single people, like individuals that we go after, like, oh, that's a predator. Look at what he did too. Yeah. And not to just use Diddy, but use other people that are individuals that do nasty things. But there's organizations that have hidden
for sure
and swept under the rug predatory behavior, where Boy Scouts, you would send your young men out into the woods. Yeah. With a leader or whatever those. I've never been to Boy Scouts, but like scout leader or whatever that shit is.
What's the background check on that? What's the, like, how are we getting this off? Like, how are they getting this off? Look, man, it's 2024. There's tons of mistakes. I wasn't a parent then, but we as parents, speaking for parents, made terrible mistakes back in the day, learning as they go on, right? What you shouldn't do. As far as, like, nowadays, sleepovers are far and few because of stuff happening at sleepovers. Right. Or even with the Boy Scouts, I'm sure there's tons of parents that did not send their kids to Boy Scout because of stuff that has happened. Right. Where background checks maybe aren't as thorough, or maybe somebody just didn't get caught yet. And somebody haven't speaking up. Exactly. So, that's why we got to protect our sons and daughters the best way possible, and not have them in certain situations where. Now, here's the thing: I don't have a little kid, but let's just if I have a little kid, if my kid got assaulted in Sunday school, that's something that I couldn't help. What I mean by that is that they were in a place I consider safe. Safe, exactly. In a church with a bunch of other kids, and it still happened. I don't know whether somebody dipped somebody off in the closet, bathroom, whatever the case may did, it happened. What I do after that is all on me.
Right.
Right. That's where the prayer comes in at, because you would have to pray.
Yeah.
To keep me from killing you.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm a man of God. I'm trying to be a better person daily. I'm not perfect. And when I even think about somebody harming my kid or any kid, it's inexcusable. There are crimes that are justifiable.
Right.
Now, in the eyes of God, no.
Like the crime of what you're about to do to that person is justifiable.
Like murder, if you run in my house and my family's in here as a home invasion, burglary, whatever, and I shoot you because you're in my home,
justifiable.
That's justifiable, right? If you kidnap my daughter or you try to grab my daughter and I catch you at Magic Mountain or something like that, and I catch you and I beat the whatever out of you, that's justification, right? Child molestation, rape of any kind, all that stuff like that, there's nothing you can tell me. There's absolutely no way that I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, because the damage that is done by that, the damage, like we think about it like on the physical, yes, the physical act of that is just disgusting, right?
Yeah.
But we tend to forget about the mental, emotional damage that creates in that person.
It's everlasting. It doesn't ever go away.
It never goes away.
It doesn't ever go away.
And it alters that person's reality in their life. It changes their life forever in the way that they receive things, the way that they give things. The innocence is gone in the child.
Yeah.
They don't even get to be a child anymore.
I was watching, I was with, I'm not going to say her name or the movie, just to protect her person, but I was with a young lady at a time and we were watching a movie. And there was a scene in the movie that happened with a rape in the movie. Uh-huh. And we're adults at this point. I'm in my 30s and she's in her 30s. The scene brought up a suppressed memory
in her
that she suppressed since she was like 5.
And she
literally hadn't thought about since 5. Ooh. And it literally came up. She talked about somebody in the family was doing something to her. She remembered it vividly. Started crying. It was a thing.
It triggered the thought that she had suppressed.
That she suppressed it so much it was gone. Which we do all the time. We tuck it down so deep and far. It's not technically gone, but all it takes is a trigger or a thought, or maybe you see that person randomly or something, and then boom,
there
it all comes back. And it came back. I didn't even know how to help her.
Right.
I didn't even know what to do, but just hug her.
Yeah.
You know, and
try to console her.
That's it. That's all I could do. But it ruins people. It'll never leave. It's not your apology. You going to jail, even if you die, that still lives with them. It still lives with them. That's why a lot of women, which I agree with, that's why we have a problem with the laws being what they are. I forgot the law that is it Roe versus Wade?
Yeah.
With the abortion law.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't believe why they were pushing that.
Because you would have to keep the baby if you.
Why would you make somebody do that? Like now, and I always make sure I give Christian and then the worldly. In Christianity, abortion is bad. Mm-hmm. Period. Right? And that's for y'all to argue if y'all want to.
Right.
Abortion is wrong in Christianity because you're killing a child. Right? Worldly, I can't tell a woman what to do
with her body.
First of all, I can't tell in Christianity either. That's not me.
Yeah.
I want to be clear when I say that. And I don't mean to tell nobody what to do with their bodies. If a woman was raped and she got pregnant, I'm never the one that's going to force her to have a baby.
Right.
Like, I don't know what kind of trauma that's going to be for her or that kid. You know what I mean? Every time they look at them, they think of that. Will they ever get truly past the trauma of that? And if she don't want to and you're forcing her to because she lives in a state that won't do it, I can imagine what that feels like. Yeah. And I'll never know because I'm not a woman.
And then also the extent that she'll go to try to get rid of it on her own.
Like, right, which could be illegal also.
Which is illegal.
Traumatizing and illegal.
Illegal, and she may lose her life trying to do something to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a very scary situation. You know, not to get into where this world is going, but this is a very dark situation.
It is.
A very tough situation. And I feel sorry, but feel bad for any woman dealing with these things, dealing with this, and have dealt with that. And when it comes to rape and sexual assault and stuff like that, man, there's no excuse for it.
None.
And I feel horrible for it. It's scary just being out here in the world as a black man, as a big black man with me in the world, it's already scary for me being out here.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody wants to attack. Racist or some gangbanging dude who think I'm from somewhere because of the tattoos or whatever. I'm already worried about that everywhere I go.
Right.
I can imagine being a black woman out here. Oh, first of all, a woman, period. Being out here just walking around with all these aggressive, nasty, evil, dirty, monster, thirsty men walking around.
Dave Chappelle had a great, I don't know if you call it an analogy or just like a story of comparison, where on one of his comedy shows,
I remember that.
where he talked about the $100,000.
Yep.
And he had to go all the way across town, and it was the scariest he's ever been in his life because he had something that everybody wanted.
Yep.
And he said, "Now imagine being a woman, because just regular woman,
Genius joke.
genius.
Like
that's why I say he's elevated on a
it wasn't even a
different level.
joke. It was just a lesson. In
A lesson. Like I felt what I would imagine a woman feels on the daily.
On the daily. Not knowing who gonna say something, who gonna try to touch her, locking the door and going in the house and making sure nobody's behind you. If you got to move anywhere at night, do anything in any area that you're not well versed in and don't know people around, that's got to be scary every day.
Exactly.
You know, so it's tough. It's sad, and I really, man, really all I can do is pray about the world,
Right.
and pray it gets better. Pray people aren't as evil. And it's sad when I got to say pray people aren't as evil. Like it's so evil. Can y'all just turn some of it down?
Turn it down a little bit.
You know what I mean?
But we know it's in the direction of which it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. And we tend to think like, oh, it's just these women. It's men too that are being like, I went to ran track and went to school with a dude who was being taken advantage of by a track coach at John Muir. Do you remember that? There was a track coach that went to jail because he was doing that to the boys.
Wow. No, I didn't hear that.
At John Muir High School. And I remember that man. I remember him.
Wow.
I remember him being at the TAC, which is the youth track and field. And then I remember him coaching in high school.
Wow.
But I remember him having all the kids, all the boys, they all like were around him. And he went to jail for that. And I remember the boy who, I'm not gonna say his name,
Who spoke on it,
who brought it up. And I remember him as a child when we would go to like the Junior Olympics, like there was like something very guarded about him, like, like, you know what I mean? Just there was like,
traumatized.
Hey, why are you tripping?
Traumatized.
And so it let me know like, oh, he was doing it since he was a kid, since he was a child. And what we have to understand is that the predator versus the prey, right? The prey, it's their first time being hunted. The predator, it's not their first hunt.
Right.
The predator has to eat prey to survive. This may be his 100th meal.
Yeah.
And this prey is their first time they've been preyed on. So they're not equipped or as versed to be able to see it and know what's happening to them, because we could take it all the way down from the highest to low, like just a man preying on a weaker woman. To be able to say, hey, I want to be able to manipulate this woman to get what I want out of her. Oh, shoot, she's not that close with her family. Oh, you know what? She doesn't have any brothers. Oh, you know, and so, but that is something that they're well versed at, being able to recognize it like, oh.
For sure.
Meal.
Yep.
Easy meal.
You've been seeing that on different social media. They talk about how like somebody leaves someone in a woman's car, or the little drugs on the doorknob.
Yeah.
Don't watch if you find money on your windshield wiper, don't touch it, or a napkin in your door handle, don't touch it, or don't just call somebody, call the police.
Yeah.
Call somebody, your husband, call the police, call somebody. Because men have been watching them. They watch you go into malls. They watch you come out by yourself. They may follow you home. One time it was a story of there was a girl who was with her man, and she touched the door handle or moved the napkin on the door handle, something like that, like threw it away, pinched it and threw it away or whatever. And they were driving home, and she started to get started to go unconscious. She's telling her boyfriend her words started slurring, and she's telling her boyfriend something wrong. She can't see. She's losing her sight.
Yeah.
He took her straight to the hospital, found out she was poisoned. Now, somebody probably made a mistake and thought she was by herself.
By herself, but she was actually with her man.
Thank God she was with her man, because that would have been all bad. Because you just pass out, probably pull over. They probably following you.
Yeah.
Probably following the car. Or maybe since he got it, they probably wasn't following it, but it happens all the time. Women got to worry about that stuff. I should not have to keep... I send my wife at least maybe 2 to 3 videos a week on like some new scam some person is doing to get women to whether pass out, get kidnapped, something.
Yeah.
Something new, every time. I'm sending her videos like, babe, watch out for this. Babe, you don't answer these kind of calls, do you? You don't touch these links. You don't touch your packages at FedEx, hit this link, kind of text. You don't follow, I make sure.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because man, it just get bad. It's just bad.
It's bad, and that goes to like, they're good at like, predators are good at being a predator because it's what,
man,
and they're looking for the prey that's not aware. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to just be that. It could be, like, even on somebody who's talented, a predatory manager, or somebody like, oh shoot, this kid is this kid is that. What can my benefit be from this? How can I benefit How can I benefit from this person's everyday walk? How do I get Luck to be on my podcast so that I can follow him to fame? That's what I did. So
you were a predator in a sense.
I saw what you got. Hitched my wagon.
It reminds me of a time when I got kidnapped.
Wait up.
And I woke up in Simply Salad. And
wait.
A very traumatizing experience for me.
Because it was a salad?
Well, that's the kidnap part too, though.
Oh.
But I don't know what they were trying to, because it wasn't.
How did they get you in the salad bar?
I don't know. I was unconscious and I woke up in the salad. What's crazy was,
you woke up in the salad?
In Simply Salad, the place.
The place, okay.
And what's crazy was they was gone. They just dropped me off, put me in the store, and then left.
Oh, it was a joke.
So it wasn't like it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe they were trying to tell me something. Maybe they were saying, you know what? This is the sign you need. Or I don't know, but it was no salt. It was no salt, no crazy things happening. They didn't take me to no basement, anything. They took me to Simply Salad, and I just ordered a number 6, and I just went on.
Maybe the message wasn't for you. Maybe the message was for the other customers coming in there and say, hey, if you don't eat the salad,
you could be kidnapped.
I was...
Oh, wait, what I'm sorry.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Or maybe if you don't eat the salad, you could be kidnapped and unconscious.
I thought that's what you were saying.
That was what I was saying.
Okay.
That is what I was saying. Okay. Because you could be a victim if you don't eat salads.
Exactly.
And so that goes to show you could be a victim in all walks of life.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared. Like I tell my wife, don't be on your phone. Don't just be on your phone. Like that's the main thing. Like don't just be walking on your phone. Get to where you got to go.
People don't even pay attention. They literally be in their phone. They're not even looking
this
up.
Close. Not even looking.
I know every time I'm at the light and somebody hasn't turned or left, I know they're in their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you'll blow, their head lift up and you can see. I'm like, it's such a dangerous thing.
Careful, TF. I did a reality check with TF. He said if he's driving somewhere and the passenger is on their phone the whole time, he said he never gives them a ride again.
That's rude. It's rude.
I was like, oh, so they have to Uber back? He's like, no, I'll give them their ride back.
Right.
But that's our last ride.
That's it.
Because TF is on the kids and survival type shit. He's like, if I'm paying attention to the road and doing what I have to do. Because
you have a job to do.
You have a job to do. You need to pay attention, make sure nothing outside of my peripheral vision or what I'm got going on.
You know that's what they say a wife is supposed to do. I'm saying, what I mean by that is saying, your wife, if me and my wife are out, right? We sit at restaurants, I make sure babe, for seats, I gotta make sure I'm looking at the door, right? Or we're on a sidewalk, I step on the outside, she step on the inside. I'm doing everything I need to do to protect her. What she is supposed to be doing is looking at all the stuff I'm not looking at.
Right.
Make sure she's being visual about what's going on around, make sure she's sharp on all stuff around. That's how we hold each other down.
Right.
So to that point, that it's funny, because it is funny though, but TF also like, bro, I live the life out here.
Right.
So I'm on point because I need to be. You should be on point because I need you to be on point.
Right.
Because both ways, it's like one person to protect another person here. And you ain't my lady.
Right.
So
exactly.
You can't afford to be as lackadaisical as, you know what I mean? So no, I understand that. That's crazy. I get it though.
But it brought up like a good point. Like he's right. You know what I mean? Like if I'm driving us somewhere, you mean you can't just do the part of paying attention? Yeah,
you can't, because people are addicted to their phones. How long you think you can go? Well, other than your kids and your wife, I got that. Let's say that's a separate thing.
Okay.
How long you think you can go without your phone?
I can go forever without it. Recently, it's been bad because of business commenting on the videos, or watching the videos, or staying up on.
But without that, if that was, because obviously in your life we need phone because we got to use phone.
We got to do that now. Right. And my wife has made comments and mentioning like, "Then you're on your phone." I'm like, well, I'm actually doing it. Sure. So recently, not really, but like without this, streaming and potting, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Like I like having it to be able to contact my son, my daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And also being able to track them. You know what I mean? Like, because the world we live in is so much different.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't even know how my parents used to let me walk to school and just be gone for 12 hours and just like expect me to be back. Or
my mom, when I was little, my mom would, I understand it now, being a parent, my mom would say, you don't understand how much I pray for you and your brother when we was little, when y'all would go outside. Because being a parent, now I'm a parent and my son don't be home sometimes. Well, he had a girlfriend too, so it's not like he be out in the streets. He's not out in the streets, but
you don't know what the hell.
The fact that I'm not with you, I don't know what he's doing. It makes me a wreck. Let me ask you a question. This question right here is a hard left.
Okay.
But I gotta ask because I just think it's interesting. If you could try any drug and not overdose or get addicted, which drug would you try?
I've tried them all.
Okay.
I've tried a lot of drugs. I have my favorite drugs.
Okay. So I've tried them all.
I've done them all, dude.
Crack?
Besides, I've done cocaine, which is not crack.
Got it. Okay.
I don't know. I haven't done crack and heroin, which I think I'm still here, functioning. But
right,
because those are hard to kick.
For sure.
And crystal meth. I haven't done crystal meth.
Okay, got it.
So
the big three.
The big three.
Right. Okay.
But other than that, I think
so it probably has to be one of the big three.
It would probably be heroin.
Yeah. Well, now why? What do you think?
Well, they say heroin is, if I'm not mistaken, they say it's one of the cleaner drugs. It has the least effect on your organs in your body.
Oh, okay.
But it's
like a diet.
So what heroin does, it makes you neglect.
It's like that's what Dr. Sebi would take if he was a drug addict.
Rest in peace.
First of all, rest in peace, Dr. Sebi. No, I mean,
what do you say?
Wait,
tread lightly, brother. Tread lightly.
I meant like. Continue.
Yeah. Let's. Because the reason why people look so messed up on heroin is because they neglect everything else about themselves. They stop doing health. They stop eating, drinking water, like
because you don't care about nothing but heroin.
And so that's like why everything just deteriorates. But I think it would be.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because look at the war that was like. Well, I don't say it was.
What makes it cleaner than
but Vietnam War,
everything shut down stuff inside.
Mm-hmm. It's like one of, if I'm not mistaken, which I'm always mistaken.
I didn't mean that. But right. You know what? That was wrong because you kind of didn't laugh when I told my testimony earlier.
That was very different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, wait, what part? Heroin? You're not dealing with heroin?
No, I'm dealing about being mistakenly wrong sometimes.
Ah, yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one, so don't laugh at that.
Not laughing.
But heroin is the cause of the war in Vietnam. Like they were the poppy seed, the poppy trail.
Right.
And I forget what that trail was called, whatever it is, but a lot of brothers came back from being addicted to heroin. Came back from the Vietnam War, messed up. But I have seen people, because I don't sleep well.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen heroin addicts in a state where I'm like, that looks peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
the kind of like lean, the lean.
Like, where they go out, you know what I mean? Like, not to make light of their addiction or what's going on, but I don't sleep well and I don't have very much peaceful like rest.
And you think heroin would do the trick?
For however long it does it, but I would, if I was to try something and there would be no repercussions afterwards and I wouldn't be addicted, I would try that.
Heroin? Okay.
What about you?
I think I would try crack.
Why would you try crack?
You know,
what about it is appealing?
Two things. One,
so there's two things appealing.
Well, no, two things.
You've thought about this?
No, two things.
Okay.
One, no addiction, right?
So anything, no, anything you try, yeah.
With crack, where there's no addiction, and
there's no stipulation, no
right,
addiction.
there's no death, right? So I wouldn't be, the addiction part for crack for me is the watching. You know, we're old enough to know. If you don't mind me asking,
43.
We're old enough to know to watch crack come in.
Yep.
And you can watch your auntie, your aunt, the neighbor down the street, the lady that be at the store
turn into a different
person. We can
person.
watch them go from regular people to zombies in literally you watch like months, right? Literally. They went to a party one day and then 3 months later, you just like, wait, what happened?
What happened to this person? Yeah.
It's a drastic change, right?
Drastic.
So my sense, I'm like, what could do people like that? The flip side of it is, if they ever explained it to you, it's the greatest feeling ever known to man.
Right.
The fact that it has that uglier side to it is the reason why others don't touch it.
Yeah.
Right? I would like to know what that feels like.
And you get to just have that first high, which is what they're chasing.
Ah, yeah.
And never have to go back.
So you can get the first high experience that and be like, oh, I had it. But see, that's how addiction happens.
But you're not going to get addicted.
I know, you're not. But do you want it again?
Of course.
So when do you see? Now we floating down addiction aisle. That's why that's the part, right? It's so good you can't get addicted. It's like I don't know, something you had bomb for the first time, whatever, like some food or some drink,
like
or something.
ecstasy and Molly, like that.
Yeah,
that shit is.
Well, I was addicted to Molly.
It's too good to be true.
I was addicted to ecstasy and Molly
because
MDMA basically.
Yeah, MDMA. But if you know, like it's just makes it goes like this. You're in the best place in life now. Yep. You are in the gutters of Skid Row. And
it's so bad that...
And you are in heaven.
And it's so bad that you would... When it's going down, the trying to chase it back up. Go buy orange juice, do all the stuff. You know, we used to do all the stupid stuff to do it. And you're trying to get that feeling back. Right? So I couldn't imagine being on crack and then chasing that high again.
Because isn't isn't a little bit of that in the Molly?
MDMA?
Yeah.
Or cocaine?
Cocaine? Or like there's a little bit, the dirty ones have a little bit of crack in it.
Molly is supposed to be pure MDMA.
Okay.
Right? But we're on the streets of LA.
Right.
Meaning people mix all kind of stuff.
Right.
Right?
Pink dolphins
one of the last pills I ever had, it had something else in it. Because the way I felt, it made me sick. It was a high, but there was immediate stomach turning, sick feeling. And I never did that again.
Yeah.
But it also let me know, well, this could have been happening to you. For example, if you was doing pills now, 2024, what if one of these pills have fentanyl in it?
Right. You're done.
We don't know. None of us are professionals to be knowing. We just buying pills from people. They say, oh, this is good. Right? I had tons of ecstasy and Molly pills.
Right.
Thank God none of them killed me.
I had one that was so good, so amazing. Just like, but it only lasted 23 seconds.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
About 10 more.
Oh, shit. Did you? They all last 23 seconds?
23 seconds.
So that's a weird kind of weird like balance of like, now, mind you, you can buy this pill, but it's only gonna last 23 seconds.
23 seconds.
But it's gonna be the best pill you ever had in your life.
Ever.
That's crazy. Were they more expensive than other ones?
No. They just weren't as
Michael Jordan's?
No.
Oh.
They,
I would have marketed them like that way. 23 seconds.
23 seconds.
They made more money. You marketed them that way, they made more money.
The best ones, but just had no lasting effect.
Damn.
Because I don't have too much information. But
right.
But
which is probably good.
Good. You know what I mean? And so bought more and more, and it was just like, okay. But it goes to say you chase that high. That feeling of
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost like the question in itself is almost loaded. Because if the feeling of crack cocaine or heroin or crystal meth makes you feel like the euphoric, like the best feeling you ever had in your entire life, you never felt anything that felt physically like that. But I'm not addicted the first time because the stipulations are no addiction. But do you not want to feel that again? And would you tell yourself, well, I can't get addicted. Let me just do another one.
Yeah.
Which in turn is addiction.
Yeah.
I can't get addicted. Let me do another one. I can't get... Look, same thing happens
wait. Let's say like this. Once you do it, your body regurgitates it. Like you can't ever do it again. Like your body will reject it. You can't even take it.
But you'll do it again.
Do you know about rabies?
Do I know about rabies?
Yeah,
I know what rabies are, but I don't know exactly.
Do you know the full extent of rabies?
I don't know.
It makes you stop drinking water.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how you die.
I never heard that.
That's how you die. Your body, it has a fear. It turns your body, you develop a fear of water.
That's crazy. I've never heard that.
And so you start going, like people try to give you water or even say water or you'll see water, you'll go into convulsions. And they have...
Are you serious, bro?
Oh, for real.
Wow.
And so they have a video of them trying to force water into people to drink it, and they're just like convulsion in their body.
This is true.
This is true. This is very, very true.
Because I know I told a lot of truth earlier in the podcast, but is this...
Well, you know you did?
I did.
Shit.
No, because I need to know, are you staying on task with what I was on? I was on my true journey. So are you staying on task with that?
Yes, this is the tree of truth.
Okay, good, okay.
We were in the tree of truth earlier?
Well, you asked me again. Is that a trick question? I thought that was the tree of truth.
Okay, we're in the tree of truth. Rabies gives you a fear of water. You got to look the video. It's terrifying.
That's crazy.
It's terrifying.
And that's why they promoted it as just dogs had it. Remember?
But squirrels have it, foxes have it, all the furries. You will. I'm talking to you. Hey,
you said all the furries have it?
Yeah, all the furry animals have it. Like they can.
Oh, furry animals. You changed it. At first,
I found out more about furries too, but we won't talk about that here. But that's why they have that spit, the cotton mouth, like the white stuff.
Really?
Because they're not drinking water, and that's how they die. They go crazy.
What about soda?
I wonder if juice.
Yeah,
I think it's just liquid.
It's like you can't drink water, but you can drink Gatorade.
Watch, I'll bring it up for you.
I believe you.
And it's a
we
lot.
We don't need to set up one of them screens.
Yeah, so I could pull up and have the laptop.
Yeah,
and bring it up.
maybe we can show people too.
Right.
I'm not sure if they can do that or not.
You're full of good ideas. You're full of great ideas.
You know.
You really are. But a lot of it is in India because there's so many people.
With rabies, the monkeys?
Yeah, rabies. I don't know. What?
The monkeys. You know, in India, they praise monkeys. They let the monkeys run around and stuff like that because they revere monkeys. Monkeys aren't like, they don't look at them as like bad. They like praised in a sense.
Well, now it's changing because the monkeys are still in babies.
I know. I've seen that. I've seen that they, Anna started throwing dogs off roofs. I think a dog had killed a monkey.
And they took him up.
They started doing revenge. Yeah.
So they're doing it to kids now too.
That's insane.
So it goes to show, like, damn, did they realize that?
I wonder if that's messing up the travel. I'm sure that got to mess with some of the tourism money.
What tourism is in
India?
Yeah. What place do people go?
In India?
Yeah. Which one?
A bunch of places.
Like, I know there's some bomb. I'm trying to Burma. No, that's not.
Bro.
I know it's.
I know we sound crazy trying to think it right now, but bro, there's tons of places in India that people tourist to. Most places have tourism. Most, not all, obviously. But I'm pretty sure that's probably messing up the tourism money because
you don't think it'll be the sanitation?
What you mean?
Because it's supposed to be the sanitation system out there is not very good. They try to say the streets of India is one of the dirtiest streets in the world.
But you got to be there to see that, to know that. I heard Paris is too. People still go because they think it's the city of love.
But they don't go back.
You're right. I was disappointed when I heard that. They don't go back. About Paris.
Well, Venice is disappearing. All that. Well, they said, you know what?
Venice.
Yeah. You know what they said passed up the streets of India in filth?
What?
San Francisco.
Really?
They said you could find.
Is India really like that though?
Well, you think about how many freaking people are there. It's so many people there. And
billions.
Think about the
looking up something too.
Like China has a bunch of people, but you see like all the amazing technology of China and this and that. You don't really see like the technology advancements of India, and India still is on the caste systems. Where they have a job where you clean out the poop inside the toilet. Like you go in the sewer system naked, oil yourself up, and go inside the shit and get it out.
India is the 22nd most visited country globally and 8th in Asia and Pacific tourism.
How many countries are there?
I don't know. It's a lot though. It is. It's a lot.
It's probably, how many countries do you think there are?
You fighting it. I think you're fighting it. Let me see.
I think there's probably like 22 is not really high up on the list.
Of the world of countries?
Yeah.
It's not.
Like the most visited country?
Yeah, but it's 8th in Asia.
Yeah, that's
a lot. That's not a lot?
No.
Why not?
Because India is big. There's 100 countries. I'm going to say I'm dumb on geographic.
We both sound dumb right now.
It's okay. It's not my first.
I'm going to say.
How many countries?
Yeah, like the Taj Mahal. People visit Taj Mahal.
I was going to say the Taj Mahal.
Well, that's not a country I'm saying, but famous places.
How many countries in the world?
Which country is the most visited?
America.
It's not the most visited.
So it's 22 of 195. So it's up there.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I tried to tell you that, but you didn't believe me because I had stats.
I didn't.
Anyway, what I'm saying is I wanted to that mess up the tourism. We passed that conversation.
No, it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think the rabies may come from the monkeys, but look that shit up. It's terrifying.
That's crazy. I gotta watch that. I never knew that because rabies back in the day, like in the 80s, 90s, were always marketed as dogs have rabies. Then we found out that other animals. I won't say first because I respect them, unlike other people. But there's other animals who have rabies as well.
Right.
But we never really got I never really knew the gist of the effects of rabies. It was always, remember the old movie Cujo?
Yeah, I love Cujo.
Cujo, right? We always looked at him like, oh, that's what rabies look like? That's horrible.
Horrible. And it was a big, strong dog. Yeah. Cujo was a motherfucker.
Cujo was a monster.
Shit.
That's old school.
So do you know how you cure rabies once you contract it?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, how?
You give it a shot. They give you a shot.
Mm-hmm. Like the shots we take.
You know where they give you the shot?
Where?
In your belly button.
I didn't know that.
You did know that?
Yeah.
And it's a big gauge.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
No.
Getting a shot.
That's horrible.
In your belly button.
That's horrible.
Ooh.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, that's horrible. Are you scared of needles?
No.
No?
I like tattoos. I'm not scared of tattoo guns or whatever, but I'd rather get a tattoo than a shot. I hate getting shots. I don't like shots. I don't like getting IVs, like where they like where they pull your blood and all that. I don't like that.
Because they actually going in.
And
now for you it's not pain, not pain. Well, a little bit. It's a pinch. It's something. Feel something.
You feel something, but you like feel it going in and it's sitting there. Like I'd rather have the drag of the needle on the skin versus
I can deal with tattoos. I like getting tattoos, but yeah, when it comes to like needles, they don't bother me, but I also feel you.
Yeah.
Especially when they go right here in the middle of the arm. I'll be like, But they don't bother me though. It's just like hurry up and get it over with.
When I had my first surgery, I had never had surgery before. I think I was like 30 something years old. And I had to have surgery, but I had never had an IV before. And so they were giving me the IV. And I was like, I've never had an IV before. What is the process or whatever? And so they gave me the IV and they're like, your heart rate is going up.
Oh, shoot. You're nervous about the thing?
And like, call his wife in to calm him down.
Oh, shoot.
But I had never had one, so it was just like, like a new experience that you never experienced before. And it's just like, and you're going into surgery, like, I'm like, what is this process? Like, what are you doing?
Wait, so you trying to talk calm, but inside
I'm going crazy.
You were losing it. And
I'm trying
that is funny.
Explain this process to me. I'm dying on the inside, trying to be calm. Explain what's about to happen.
That's funny.
I think the doctor's
That's
like,
hilarious.
are you okay? I was like, mm-hmm.
Sir?
The machine is saying you're about to faint. She's saying you're about to faint. I was like,
Dog.
yeah, I feel a little lightheaded.
Hey, sir, call a doctor.
Ayana came in. She was like, the surgery hasn't even started, Jason.
Funny.
I was like, I'm good. It's like, no, you're not.
You're not good. Oh, that's funny, man.
From the sweat on your forehead, it shows.
That's funny. You try to talk professional, like, explain to me.
Explain the procedure.
That's funny. Wait, so other than tattoos, the shots have only been it happened the one time. He was over that, but
well, I've never broken a bone until like last year. I have messed up my wrist, but
I see that you did a pod after that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always got stitches. Like I was always getting cut and getting stitches. One time I was riding the bike. The worst I ever had was I was riding the bike and go. You know how like you go down the hill, but if your bike gets the wobbles, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So we had pegs on the front and the back tires, and so as we're riding, I like it's going. So you like fuck. I'm just gonna ditch the bike, jump off. And so as I ditch the bike, it just follows me, and you can hear the peg scraping on the ground, and it just like flipping towards me, and the peg goes right through my Achilles.
Damn. And
so I was running track. I was like in the 7th, 8th grade. And so the peg like put a hole, almost went through to the other side.
Wow.
On my Achilles, but I had to walk home with the bike with that. And walk the bike back up the hill and walk it back. And so my shoe was just full of blood as I'm walking back.
You can feel the pain as you're walking?
It wasn't that painful because I had been hurt so many times by this time.
Probably adrenaline at that point still coming down. Yeah.
And so then when I get in the house, I call my dad. He comes, picks me up. We go to the hospital. But they had to pick gravel out of the hole in my my Achilles because the peg had been scraping on the ground.
Yeah.
And then when it hit,
put all that in there.
Dirt and all that stuff in there. So I remember the doctor putting their finger in the hole and like pulling it out. And that was very painful. That was the most painful.
Ooh, shoot.
But then I had sliced my finger open with some sheet metal. And if you get like a cut on your finger, they have to give you a shot in the tip of your finger.
Oh, shoot.
And that shit.
That sounds painful.
That shit hurt. And the doctor's like, this is going to really, really hurt. This is going to hurt really bad. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you joking? He's like, no.
Yeah.
No, for real.
So this is about to be real.
And then I did drill the hole in this finger.
Ooh, I got almost out of chill when you said that. Like, I can't.
And it's 3 shots. It's up the middle, to the side, to side. And I was like.
All 3 hurt like that?
All 3 of them hurt like a motherfucker. All 3 of them.
Damn.
And so I did to the other middle finger, I had popped a hole in it with the drill bit. And, but this doctor gave me a shot in my, right here, instead of the tip. So she went like, hurt? It felt way better than.
You like, why didn't they do that?
I was like, why did?
If this fixed the same thing, why did you?
It was the same finger on the other hand. I said.
I would have been hot.
And it was 1 shot. Just one shot killed the whole nerve to whatever. But this dude went
And then 3.
3 in the tip of my finger.
Excruciating pain.
And I mean, it's not like just in the surface. It's all the way in.
That's terrible. Excruciating pain.
I've had some messed up ones.
Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
Is there any amount of money or a big enough movie role? Okay, it's a 2-part question though.
Okay.
It's one question, but I'm gonna add on to it, right? Is there any amount of money or a big enough movie role that can make you play a gay man? Here's the other twist. That does not include sex. No sex in the scene.
No. Like, I know it sounds ignorant. Like, nigga, if a motherfucker paid you $1 billion, this and that.
It's something I can't do.
I just can't see myself doing it. Like, and I can't see myself being that on like, and that being.
Nope.
Just, and I don't, not saying there's so much wrong with those people or something's wrong with that people. Like, I'm just saying I can't see myself being that.
You say those people?
Them people.
Oh.
That categorize themselves as homosexual or whatever. Like, that's all good for them, but I just can't see myself being that. I don't think there's any money where I would want my children to see me behaving that way.
You're hugged up with a man?
Hugged up with a man, or like there's times in my life where
you were hugged up
drunk
with a man?
or doing stupid. No,
I'm sorry.
Drunk or doing some stupid shit where I would never want them to see that shit.
Oh yeah. Even that.
Even
that.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like just in that walk or that light, I don't want them to see me.
You saying to see you as a gay man would be worse than them seeing you drunk? That was for free. Then this is for money, and I wouldn't do it. So you're saying it's worse for them to see you as a gay man than see you as a drunk on the streets?
No, I'm not saying it's worse. I'm saying I wouldn't even want them to see that.
Okay.
Take that how you want to take it. Take that however you want to take it. You can spin it how you want to spin it. But I would not want them to see me in that light.
Right,
there's certain lights I don't want them to see me in. Like if there's a camera of me stealing somewhere. I'm sure there's cameras somewhere of me stealing. I wouldn't.
I'm sure there's cameras of me somewhere.
There's plenty.
I'm sure there's footage.
There's plenty.
I'm sure.
Oh, he's stuffing 7 liquor
That's
bottles.
Funny.
And I don't want my kids.
That's why I feel about my old footage. I wouldn't want that popping up anywhere because my kid gonna find the old footage and be like, "Oh, Pops was living a different life." You know, so.
And so there are videos and footage that I'm like, I don't want my kids to see that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind the world seeing it.
That you with a man?
No, just like it's more so for my children. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want my children to see me in that light.
Let's say you don't have no kids.
It's all we go. It's a green light. Oh shit!
Hey man,
how long? Okay, just one scene, or the whole movie? It's a series. Oh, it's episodic.
Oh, just got a new season.
We're lined up for 7 seasons, 32 shows. Oh, 3 billion. But no.
Oh my God.
Like, I like to be able to say, like, I know this is like in me right now. I say no. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
But look, there's no, like, what about to save your child's life?
What?
Like, okay, I'm not even gonna ask that question because
Glad you didn't.
I don't put it on record. Because that's the thing. Because we fight and we argue the fact about money. You know what I mean? Like, we always put money, a dollar sign.
Yeah.
But we never put life. We never put life. And that's a bad situation to put somebody
I would never
in.
ask nobody that. Would you?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. One, I'm not putting a category of a person's lifestyle opposite of that. Like, it's so tragic that they would let somebody die or live. That's craziness. So I would never do that, right? Now, I'm not playing.
You said it's so bad, you wouldn't say.
That's horrible. Well, I would never do that. I never do that.
Because that would say a lot about.
That would say a lot about what you think about people. That's out.
So next time somebody,
But I asked that somebody in the business.
Next time somebody asks me that, not somebody I care about, but somebody who asks me that who I don't care about, I'm gonna say, okay, reverse Uno card.
Let me ask you what you think
Let me ask you what you would do
about this. Yeah,
about this, because you put life on the line and you start putting certain real, because money ain't important to everybody, but life is very important.
right.
But that's what I like about Joker. Did you ever see The Dark Knight?
What? Yes.
Oh, you're a movie buff.
Yeah.
We're gonna start doing movie reviews.
I didn't watch this new Joker because I heard horrible things about it.
I heard horrible things. I heard great things about the Penguin. The new show.
You ever seen Penguin?
I haven't seen this. I haven't watched anything of the Penguin.
Bam. You gotta watch Penguin.
My son said it's the best shit out.
You gotta watch Penguin. That and damn, I got water right here. I don't
There
use
you
it.
go. Let's take a little sip.
Penguin, fire. And what's our new season just came out too? Lioness. You see first season?
So
You didn't like Lioness.
I watched Taylor Sheridan.
Which girl is that?
He's the guy who does those, like the,
Okay.
Wait, is it Taylor Sheridan does Lioness? I think so. He's the one who does Yellowstone. And Yellowstone's new season is coming out in November.
I've never seen Yellowstone. I heard it's fire too. I gotta check it out for sure.
I will tell you this. I'm a Game of Thrones fan.
Okay, me too.
Yellowstone
You don't say it.
is the best TV show I've ever seen.
You're not saying you're realistically not looking me dead in the face as better than Game of Thrones.
It's two totally different genres, two totally different.
Right. It is for sure.
Yellowstone is so vicious that you can't even fathom how good it is.
So that definitely means you're telling me it's better than The Wire.
Oh yeah, it's better than The Wire. It's better than The Wire.
Wait, where do you rank The Wire?
I rank The Wire top 5.
Okay.
Yellowstone is coming in at 1. Only reason why it beats Game of Thrones is because of the season 8.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for season 8, Game of Thrones would still be number 1.
Yellowstone is that good, bro?
Oh my Lord.
I gotta watch it now.
Oh my God. It has the best female character out of every movie, TV show I've ever seen.
Dude, now I gotta go watch this, bro.
Beth from Yellowstone, Kevin Costner's daughter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing.
Don't tell me. I'm gonna watch it. I'm literally gonna watch it.
I'll tell you one thing that will.
Do not tell me I'm gonna watch it.
Okay. I was gonna tell you one scene of her.
Don't tell me I'm
that
gonna watch
will
it.
set her apart from every other female in every show that you've ever seen.
Even Arya?
Oh, kills Arya.
Kills Arya?
Kills Arya.
That story. Arya's story is the bar.
Arya's story is a bar, and the Faceless Men is a bar.
Kills Arya's story? Not story. I'm not Arya's story. I'm talking about like the character.
Look, and this is.
Don't tell me you about to tell me about something about.
No, I'm just gonna say that this is how you know how vicious her character is. Arya has magic and disbelief and all this extra stuff, wizards and dragons. All Beth has is Yellowstone.
A gun?
Real life shit, just like regular reality.
Right.
And you can compare her viciousness because it's real.
Dude, are you serious about Yellowstone?
So I'll say this. Facts are fiction. Fiction is made up.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is the best fictional TV show I've ever seen. Yellowstone is the best factual, like real life based TV show that I've ever seen.
That's crazy. I gotta see that. I slept. I gotta see that.
Dude.
Do you like Lioness?
I do. I like everything Taylor Sheridan. Let me make sure that he did
Season
Lioness.
2? There's 2 episodes out right now.
Okay.
Fire.
I don't like when they put women in roles of like what a man should be because it doesn't seem realistic to me. It's like, I don't know. If I can believe that.
Let's talk about that.
Like Wonder Woman.
Let's talk about your hate for women for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
What role do you think a man should have over in Lioness?
Yep, Taylor Sheridan did Lioness.
He should be the lion?
No. So my thing is like when they have like, there are very tough women in the world. Not arguing that. There are very strong women in the world that are amazing.
Yep.
But now that we're doing like scenes in like the Avengers where all the women are in the line going like every single woman. Like, and I know we're pushing like
I get it.
women empowerment. I love that. I love that for women. But like some of the stuff is just like.
So like the Lioness specifically.
G.I. Jane.
Like a man.
I like G.I. Jane better. I like G.I. Jane better
because
because it showed like really they're taking any woman in Lioness and training this woman to be a lioness.
No.
Yeah, in Lioness they found that girl. She was doing.
Yeah, but see what happened to her.
Yeah.
But that's the
you know what?
What
You're
it
right.
showed you that she couldn't be that.
Yeah.
She could play a part, but she eventually lose, be emotional, all kinds of stuff she was dealing with. What's her name?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana is killing it. She's hardcore too. First of all, the second season, bro. Just start the second season. Bro, the first episode is cracking. Immediately, no slow rollout. No, let's get into the story. Let's try to when it turns on, cracking.
That's how Yellowstone is. From the very first episode, it's the same guy.
I gotta see it.
Have you seen Wind River?
I did see one scene on Yellowstone. I seen a clip of it was some bikers came on their land. They tried to get the bikers. Not tried to. They did get the bikers out of there. But how it happened was gangster. The dude wasn't scared. He was like kind of like y'all don't fear.
Do you know what you just walked into?
Yeah, kind of like that's what it was.
Do you know where you? Yeah. I own 750 acres.
Right. Like you can't. There's nowhere you can go.
And,
I gotta see that. I gotta see it.
But it ties. So look, Yellowstone has 1942, 1871. It has other shows that lead up to Yellowstone.
On purpose?
How they got the land. How the Indians gave it to
is this on purpose?
Yes.
Same director, same guy?
Same guy.
He did all these shows. Because I know the other shows, 18, whatever. You watch those too?
Yes.
Dude, I'm sleeping, old boy.
1871, that's about the Oregon Trail. About the Russians coming up from up here. And it ties in the Indians and the immigrant white people and how they did this and
then Yellowstone after that.
No, Yellowstone came first. And then
Yellowstone was first?
Yeah.
Before 1871?
Yes.
You telling me Yellowstone takes place before 18?
No, Yellowstone, the show Yellowstone, is present time.
Okay.
But after the show rolls
out, you said
out,
Yellowstone was it was there though. The place they saying was before all this.
No. I'm saying Yellowstone. So I thought you were asking what show came out first.
My bad. No.
Yellowstone was not Yellowstone.
Got it. Okay, that's what I mean.
But it tells you how they came across this land, and I mean the story. And dude, I think Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves is in eight. Oh man, I'm not even gonna say anything about it.
Yeah,
you just gotta watch.
They got Bass Reeves 18.
I think so. I think that's who they were trying to do. Bass Reeves.
I gotta watch. Okay.
And anything Taylor Sheridan's done, you've seen Sicario.
No. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Have you seen Wind River?
No.
Have you seen Hell or High Water?
No.
So those are three trilogies called the Western. It's like Taylor Sheridan did a Western. It's called some kind of Western United trilogy, and all three of those are part of his trilogy.
Okay.
So he's done Yellowstone. He was a part of Sons of Anarchy. Everything he touches.
Sons of Anarchy was my show.
Taylor Sheridan.
He did Sons of Anarchy. I love Sons of Anarchy.
He not did Sons of Anarchy. He did seasons or episodes in Sons of Anarchy.
For sure.
And
I love Sons, even though it started off slow, but I love Sons.
I could go through a list.
What do you rate Breaking Bad?
I've never watched Breaking Bad.
Okay.
I haven't watched Walking Dead. I haven't watched Breaking Bad.
So we'll do our homework. So we'll do, and whenever we finish, we'll come talk about it.
Yeah.
I'll do Yellowstone. How many seasons Yellowstone?
4.
I'll watch Yellowstone. You watch Breaking Bad.
Okay. But Breaking Bad is longer.
5.
5 seasons?
Yeah, I only had 6. Maybe 5.
Okay. Because you definitely got to catch up on Yellowstone because it's coming out in November.
A new season?
New season. So
that'd be 5 seasons, right?
Kevin Costner quit.
I heard, but they brought it back though, right?
Yep.
So then it would be 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So we both have 5 seasons to watch.
Okay.
So, and you got time because it's out. Breaking Bad is done already.
You're gonna watch Yellowstone within. I guarantee you, you finish all seasons.
I watched Game of Thrones in a week. It was a record breaking.
You're gonna beat You're gonna be Yellowstone in a week.
Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
It's like that? Because I got my other shows I'm watching. Penguin is absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna watch it.
Matter of fact, just watch that.
You know how we got on this? Okay, let's tie it in. We were
Okay.
talking about something. I was like, "Have you
We
seen
got all
Joker?"
the movies, huh?
Have you seen Joker? You're like, Dark Knight. Yeah, of course you've seen Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot what we were talking about prior to that. But what I was gonna say is that Joker, what he plays on in that movie is like everybody has a monster inside of them. Oh, we were talking about what you would do for money and if you would sacrifice life.
Right.
For
Yeah.
And he's like, society just doesn't realize how ugly they are.
Yeah.
And that I can manipulate situationally to make you be a monster. If I put the life of 10 children on the line, the things that you'll do for those 10 children would be in any other situation would be considered ugly.
Everybody has that dog in them. Who just told me that?
And remember, he had the boats versus each
Somebody
other.
gave a good analogy.
Press the button, and that other boat blows up, and not your boat.
Yeah.
And that he was putting.
Yeah. Showing you that for sure. You're right.
And I love that about that. Like he was Two-Face. He did it to show that nigga. No, even I could turn the best district attorney into a monster.
Else. Yeah.
Even him, the best of you guys, I will flip him and turn him into whatever you think he can't be.
Right. Damn. Okay, I didn't think about that. Everybody has a little dog in them.
Everybody has a little dog in them, but everybody has what they value most in life.
Yeah, and sometimes those lines are pushed when that road crosses. To like, you know what I mean, what you would do for your kid, what you would do for your wife, what you would do to save yourself.
Oh man, dang! I didn't even mean to do this. The story of God asking someone to sacrifice. I forget his name.
Abraham, his son.
Abraham. The story's been told.
Yeah.
That's why that book, man.
Yeah.
You're
right.
That book.
And Abraham was so cold. He was just about to do it. It wasn't like a long,
thought out process. Like, I don't know. He was like, "Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Hey, boy, come lay down."
He said, "Oh, look over there."
The day is the day of the Lord.
God, that's terrible.
But look, it's some amazing stories in there. Amazing
that's
things.
That's a crazy kind of.
You know what I mean? Like we say.
Now you got me on Yellowstone. I gotta watch this. Look at Yellowstone.
Dude, I'm telling you, my wife, my whole family watches it.
Really?
My whole family.
Is that all your favorite show?
That's me and my wife's favorite show.
Oh,
my mom's favorite show. My cousin's favorite show.
Really?
Like and the thing, and then I'll talk about this. This is what really how you know it's a really good show. There's barely any black representation.
Well,
and it's like you can't really even.
What can really offer? I mentioned something.
Not the shift. Can't offer the shift or anything.
No,
but it's because look, you think about, because the thing is, you always think about like the whites and what they've taken, the land that they've taken that's not theirs, and that's a big portion of it. And they get you to be on the side of them, like, you know what I mean? Like when you understand there,
that happens usually that's with us, our people being so compassionate. Because I could watch a movie about somebody can be like a kidnapper or something or whatever the case may be, and then revenge will happen. And say if you like end up like, you ever seen the movie Hard Candy?
About the girl in high school?
Well, she played like she was in high school.
Yeah,
To Catch the Predator.
Catch a Predator, yeah.
And then she flipped it on it, and then I found myself starting to feel bad for him. And I was like, well, he's a sick. He deserves to die for sure.
Yeah.
100%. But I also started feeling compassion for him because I don't want to see nobody hurt.
Yeah.
And it kind of messed with me because the war between that, like the dichotomy of like, he's evil.
But you humanize him.
But I humanized him because he is human too. And I'm like, damn, but he do needs to die. But I don't want to see him be here. That kind of thing. It's a cold little switch you have, Yeah, that's kind of crazy when you think about that.
Have you seen Freeway with Reese Witherspoon?
No. Freeway. What's about?
It is a kind of sort
And
of.
I don't do horror.
It's a remix of Red Robin Hood.
I see Red Robin.
Red. What is the name? What is
Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood?
Oh, got it. Okay.
I think it's called Freeway, but it's Reese Witherspoon like early in her career.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the guy's name? His name is like I'll show you a picture.
He played in what movie? Oh, let me see. 1996.
You know his name? Like he was the
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
And Reese Witherspoon. And Kiefer Sutherland is the Predator. But really, Reese Witherspoon is the Predator. Like,
I gotta see that. Don't tell me no more. I gotta see that. Okay, Freeway.
It's hilarious.
Okay, I got some movies to watch.
Yeah.
Yellowstone is not a movie, but I gotta watch it.
It's a show that you got. Let me see if Ayana, come here, baby. I want to ask you a question, just real quick. I know you don't know nothing about movies.
So she's listening. Freeway with Reese Witherspoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hello. He wants to know about what you think of Yellowstone.
Oh my God.
Is it really like that?
Yes. And I don't even like cowboy movies. It's the best show I've ever watched.
Now I gotta go and watch this now.
You have to.
I'm kind of like on purpose, like not got into it because I'm like, I'm not watching this.
Shits on everything.
You serious?
Shits on everything.
Were you a Game of Thrones fan?
I do like Game of Thrones, but I kind of got lost. I
okay.
committed
to Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
You have to
Wow.
go through the first 3 episodes.
I'm sure it's. You gotta get some kind of understanding first.
No, the first scene in the first episode already is crazy.
No, it is.
But once you get past, okay.
Oh man.
And then once you get past it, you can't.
Because what they're doing is they're getting you to know the siblings and the different connections and who they are.
For sure.
And once you figure out who Beth is, ooh, man, who's Beth?
Yeah, okay, I got
She said she's the baddest bitch you'll ever see.
Yeah, I gotta reach with a spoon. Yep.
So, all right, we'll close it out like that. Just on some little movies, TV show stuff. But Freeway is about predatory. That brings into the predatory behavior circle.
Yep.
And the strength of her, but it actually has a comedic relief to it.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Check that out. And there was another thing that you said you hadn't watched last time, Braveheart. Because I can't really consider you a movie buff if you haven't watched Braveheart.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like that's an amazing.
You're right.
But this is episode 2.
Is
or
2? 3.
Episode 3.
Wait.
Well, we had the first run through. Oh no, this is episode 3.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, it's 3.
Episode 3, Relatable with my man Luck. And we found out some great things about you that you've overcome. And I'm very proud of you, brother.
It's great. It's good. I'm glad you said that because it didn't sound like earlier you were proud of me. Well, I can tell between the laughter and look of disgust.
No, well, once I talk to my wife about it, we'll discuss it and see what she thinks. And then if she thinks I'm wrong, then we'll see. We'll decide from there. But great story of...
Speaking of but, there's another story. No, I'm not going to get into that right now. We'll lose that for another episode.
You did that last time.
Yeah.
You did that last time. Did you bring up the stories? The questions from last time? Those were the questions?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm on my job.
That was the cliffhangers from last time, his questions. I'm loving this, man.
We got to keep rocking, man. Being consistent, keep going, let the conversation go wherever it's going to go. I think that's the best way to do it.
Organic, natural. Shifting in gear, and we are just in second gear, and we're going to, you know about shifting. We're going to shift into third.
Yes, we are.
Shift master. And let's go. Relatable episode 3. We're done. Luck and Rios. The combination you never knew you wanted. Let's go.